right out there.
Well, hello and welcome to Outdoor Oklahoma. I'm Todd Craighead. Controlled hunts like this one here today at Lexington WMA are great opportunities to hunt many of our state's numerous public lands. Whether you're looking to harvest additional deer, since all controlled hunt deer are bonus and don't count towards your season limit, or maybe it's the chance to hunt an area that's closed during the regular season, like a state park or national wildlife refuge. Or maybe you're looking for some quality time to spend with family and friends on a group hunt. Our controlled hunts provide access and opportunities for all these reasons and more. Last year, there were 5,307 individual hunt permits available, and the odds of being drawn was 1 in 25. I'll take those odds any day. Just another reason to love Oklahoma and the adventures that await you.
I ain't seen this much water in a long time over in our part of the corner. There ain't a lot of it, but it's good to be back down there. I think it was about 1984, last time I was on this lake, and we used to come down here and jug fish a lot back in the 70s, and it is just good to be here and get out and enjoy God's creation and Mother Nature and hope we catch some fish.
Right now we're looking for some fish on the drafts, find something that we like to sit on. We're seeing some fish, but nothing that we really like. We want more fish on the draft than what we're seeing to sit and try to catch them. So we're moving around right now, trying to locate a good group of fish that want to bite.
There must be a bunch of bait in here because that's mainly what they're catching. You can see them dive bombing the water. They're catching bait and eating it, and those striper come in here and basically feed on the bait. And we get close enough, hopefully they'll start moving this way. They get our bait scent trail, and hopefully we'll get after them. They're already getting closer to us right now, so I guess we'll see.
Just reel it, don't crank it.
Just reel it.
Yeah. All right, there.
Bob, you have to work on your netting skills.
I think dinner, supper, and breakfast right there.
At least
Beautiful.
we didn't get skunked.
Beautiful fish. And we can say we caught a fish. So it is a good day. My name is Kent Rollins. I'm from Hollis, Oklahoma, and me and my wife Shan, we have what I guess we just call it Kent Rollins Cowboy Cooking. We've cooked in all but about 4 states, and we get to see a lot of people. I think the thing that we really went to work on 5 or 6 years ago was YouTube. It's a great platform to reach a lot of people, and we have the best fans in the world. And I think right now we're about 1.86 million subscribers. And but the Beagle Dog, he has more than me. He's a great dog. All of them we have are rescues. You know, I first started cooking for elk hunters many years ago, and then went to cooking on working ranches, and it's been a great life. You know, I've met some of the greatest people in the world, and been in places that were so remote you didn't know they existed. People have been fascinated with fire for thousands upon thousands of years, and fire's always been a focal point for people together. But it's not just for warmth. You can cook a lot of great stuff outside with the fire. We've been Dutch oven cooking for about 35 years, I guess, and but also cook a lot of stuff on a grill. And when you can bake something in a Dutch oven, whether it be an apple pie or homemade biscuits, whatever you pull out of there, you know, it brings people together, and outside is what it's about.
Flip him over.
We'll cook him up after a while, and it'll be good eating.
There. He paints those fish right on the gill plates like that. Basically, as you can see, they don't move.
Don't see very many southwestern Oklahoma boys over in this part of the woods. I'm one of the transplants, I guess you'd call it. I moved over here 4 years ago. It'll be 5 in August. I transferred from Tillman County as a game warden to Marshall County as a game warden. I wanted to work the water, so a lot of guys from Southwest Oklahoma don't like it over here, but they say there's too many trees and too much water. I love the trees and I love the water.
I actually went to school to be a game warden. I went to the same school he went to. We both graduated from SWASU. Go Bulldogs. So I knew from actually a young age that I wanted to do something that I loved, but I didn't quite know what I wanted to do. Went to SWASU, got my Forest and Wildlife Law Enforcement degree. The reason for that, love hunting and fishing. So why not go and protect it? Did that, and I'm very glad I did. I don't see myself doing anything else.
It's that guy that baited the hook. He knew what he was doing.
Fish on, fish on. Sorry to interrupt.
That's all right, brother. I'd rather catch a fish that's tall.
Fish on.
Yeah, buddy.
If you can, keep that right there. I'm not trying to get a hook in my hand today. That's what we want that screen looking like.
At least we didn't get skunked today.
Well, I can't even keep up with them, you know. They just keep throwing them in that ice chest up there, and you know, that's what I call it. It's time nearly to eat.
On Texoma, you can have 10 stripers per day per person. Now, out of those 10, only 2 of them can be over 20 inches long. Those 20-inch fish are brood fish. Those are the ones that are able to reproduce when it's time for them to reproduce. If you don't catch your 20-inch fish, you can keep 2 more that, you know, you can keep 10 fish total, but only 2 of them can be 20. So if you didn't catch your 20-inch fish, you could have 10 fish under 20 inches if that's what you wanted on stripers. This lake is known for it. It's, you know, the striper capital of the world, so people say it. If I remember correctly, we have 117 guides on this lake, Oklahoma and Texas. That's a lot of fishing guides on the lake. And even as much fish as they catch daily, weekly, monthly, however you want to add it up, we still have fish in this lake. So, you know, our fish division has done a great job on helping manage the limits on this lake for all kinds of fish, whether it's striper, crappie, largemouth, smallmouth, catfish, whatever you want. This lake has it. It's a great place to come out and enjoy the lake.
Well, I want to thank y'all so much for.
Thank you for coming with us.
Oh, brother, it's a treat.
Anytime.
And y'all are welcome at our camp anytime. And one thing about fishing, the best part of it is just get to spend it with people you like, and y'all are good folk, and then we get to eat them. That's
right.
the best part.
That's the best part. And you're welcome to come fishing with us anytime you want.
All right, brother, I appreciate that, but I think we ought to build a fire now. I think you look really hungry.
I'm always hungry. I'm ready to go eat.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank both of you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Cimarron County, the Panhandle in western Oklahoma. You know, there are a lot of people who don't really appreciate what we have out here. You've seen a little bit of a September morning so far. We're going to be out here the rest of the day, take a look at some of the wildlife, meet some of the people, and maybe have a little bit better idea just what we do have here in western Oklahoma. It's a beautiful place. Right now, for the first time in 15 years, an antelope hunt is taking place. We'll be able to visit with some of the people enjoying that and look at a lot of the wildlife and a lot of the beautiful scenery out here in Cimarron County. The Santa Fe Trail, still distinguishable after more than 100 years, played a major role in settling the western part of this country, even actually before this part of the Panhandle was settled. About that time, herds of American bison by the thousands roamed this part of the country in their migrational travels. Well before that even, an even larger animal was known to inhabit this part of Cimarron County.
David, I came out in this area in 1949, right after the war was over. And the only people that really can't appreciate this country is the people that's never seen it. It's a place, it's tranquil, you can get out here, you can relax. You don't have the hustle and bustle and the city smog, and I love it. As the old saying goes, if you ever wear out a pair of shoes in this country, you never leave, because it just grows on you. It's just great country, and there's a lot of history here. There's a lot of history that I don't know about, I'm interested in the history of it, but there's a lot of it I don't know, and I've dug around a lot of it, just like these dinosaur tracks and stuff here that we're just looking at. And like I say, this bottom's full of them if it was just uncovered, and there's all kinds of this kind of stuff all over here.
fortunate that I've gotten drawn for this drawing for the antelope hunt. I just live over in Guyman. I'm kind of local here in a way. We really enjoyed this morning. The landowner was kind of my guide this morning, and we'd scouted them before. We went out this morning, and of course things weren't the way they usually are. The antelope were kind of in a different place, and they had dispersed a little bit from the other day when we'd scouted. Although we did find them, I found one. I found a large buck, and I kind of wanted him, but there was a smaller one that was closer, and so I decided I better go ahead and get the smaller one, since I thought I could get a shot at him, and got close enough to get a shot, and I did get him. So I guess that's worth something, having one, instead of saying I stalked a bigger one but didn't get him.
There's been a lot of interest in this hunt. We've got people out here from all over the state. They're doing real well. We've already got some checked in. We did surveys for several years, and populations are up, doing real well, and now we're able to have this hunt. We're here collecting data. We've already had 3 checked in. They look like real dandies. Their horn length is in the 13 to 14 inch range, and because the herd hadn't been hunted in quite a while, we think we ought to have some real trophy animals out here.
Record fish are good for more than just a whopping fish story. They can also give biologists an idea of Oklahoma's potential. The 2019 state record smallmouth buffalo not only expanded our knowledge of how large the fish can grow in our waters, but also expanded our knowledge of how long the species can live. The smallmouth buffalo is a native sucker fish and shares the family trait of having a downturned mouth. That makes them well suited to feed along the bottom of the stream or the river, where they eat a variety of bottom-dwelling animals and algae. As with many other long-lived fish, smallmouth buffalo have rapid growth in the early years. They won't reach maturity until several years after hatching, and they can live decades after that. And the females typically grow larger and may mature later than males. Older and larger females can produce larger, higher quality eggs and larvae that have a greater chance of survival than smaller females. That means these older and larger females, well, they have a lot of influence in the population. For more information on Oklahoma's incredibly diverse species, check out our many resources at wildlifedepartment.com. There you can browse field guides, share wildlife sightings, and subscribe to The Wild Side, our monthly e-newsletter dedicated to non-game conservation efforts.
Well, we hope today's stories remind you that Oklahoma is a perfect place to explore. So no matter how you choose to enjoy our state's incredible natural world, remember, your adventure starts with Outdoor Oklahoma. Is that good?
Yeah, good. Awesome. Yeah, we're good.
Outdoor Oklahoma is produced by the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation and is proud to serve and be funded entirely by sportsmen and women and outdoor enthusiasts who love and appreciate all things wild in the great state of Oklahoma.